Welcome, brave adventurers, to Mojo Reviews, where we dive into the most intriguing RV stories and experiences. On this episode, I'll be your guide through these tales of the unknown, your narrator navigating the eerie and the unexplained. These campfire tales at your next campfire will be chilling accounts of ghostly figures and inexplicable sounds. From haunted campgrounds to nocturnal cries that chill the spine, we've got it all. So buckle up, turn down the lights, and let's dive into our first story, the legend of the ghostly figure. Our first story takes place at a remote campground deep in the woods. A family, much like ours, decided to spend a weekend away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Little did they know, the campground had a dark history. Legend had it that a ghostly figure roamed the grounds, searching for something lost long ago. That night, as the family settled in for bed, strange things began to happen. Footsteps outside their RV, whispers in the wind, and the feeling of being watched. But the scariest part? The next morning when they woke up, their belongings were rearranged, as if someone or something had been inside their RV, looking for something. They never returned to that campground again, but their story serves as a warning to all who dare to venture into the unknown. Our next tale takes us to a campground with a haunted history. It was once the site of a tragic event, and some say the spirits of those involved still linger. One night, a group of friends gathered around a campfire, sharing stories and laughter. But as the night grew darker, they began to hear the sound of crying coming from the woods. They searched the area, but found no one. The crying continued throughout the night, growing louder and more desperate. The next morning, they discovered the source of the crying, an old, tattered doll that must have been left behind by a previous camper. But when they tried to dispose of it, the crying only grew louder, echoing through the campground as they drove away. They never found out the truth behind the crying, but they left that campground with a story they would never forget. Continuing from where we left off at the haunted campground, the group of friends managed to escape with the creepy crying doll. But the terror was far from over. As they drove away, they noticed the doll's crying had turned into an eerie laughter. Suddenly, their RV's engine started to fail. The lights flickered and went out. In the rearview mirror, they saw the doll's eyes glowing in the darkness. They were stranded in the middle of nowhere with the haunted doll. They tried to abandon the doll, but it kept reappearing inside the RV. The doll had marked them for its revenge. They spent the whole night in fear, listening to the doll's laughter echoing inside the RV. They finally managed to get the RV started as the sun rose, leaving the haunted doll behind. But the memory of that night still haunts them, reminding them of the doll's revenge. And there you have it, folks. Some truly spooky RV tales, haunted campground adventures that will make you think twice about your next camping trip. Thanks for joining us tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own spooky RV tales in the comments below. Until next time, happy camping if you dare.